Welcome back, everybody, to KTV. My name is Morgan.
And I'm Eric. No, I'm Corey. And if you don't know me, I'm the kids ministry pastor here at New Heights. Maybe you recognize me from kids camp. I saw some of you there. That's such a fun time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Loved kids camp.
Well, welcome to KTV, Corey. We're glad you're here. We are starting a brand new series called Famous this week. And all month long, we're going to follow the Bible's most famous royal family, the family of King David. We'll get the inside scoop on all the family's secrets and drama and learn how God famously watched over them.
But before we jump into our story, we have a game to play.
Of course we do. So, do you want to tell them what we're doing?
Yes, because our series is called Famous, we're going to play a round of Who Am I? Here's how it works.
Okay, so Corey and I are each a superhero, and we're trying to figure out who the other person is. So we're going to take turns asking questions, and the first person to figure it out is the winner, and the loser has to suffer a consequence. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, you want to start?
Yes. Okay. Is your superhero, do they wear a mask?
No.
Okay.
Is your superhero a girl or a boy?
Boy.
Okay.
Is your superhero an Avenger?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Does your superhero wear a cape?
No. No. Does your superhero have special powers?
Yes. Yes, they do. Does your superhero carry around like a special item, like a hammer or something?
No, he does not. Does your superhero carry something around?
Yes.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they do.
Special power guy carries something around. All right.
Are you Spider-Man?
I am not Spider-Man.
Oh, I thought I had it. I thought I had it.
Nope. Okay, I need one more question here. I'm narrowing it down. I think I've got it. Let's see.
No.
Does your superhero live a very long time?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I think that gives me what
I think they do.
Hopefully you don't guess it this time.
I gotta figure out
know
who you are. Okay. Are you Hulk?
No.
No!
Not Hulk. But I think I know who you are. I bet the kids at this point know who you are. Are you Captain America?
Yes, I'm Captain America. No!
That's a good superhero to pick, though.
Okay.
I like
Yeah, I tried. I thought he was gonna stump you. Who are you?
I was Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine.
The claws.
The claws.
Yep.
Man. Well, good game. I'm
Yeah.
glad you won your first game on
Yeah.
KTV. It
So
feels
far,
like
1 for 1.
probably should have happened. So
Awesome.
Well, before we see my consequence, I think we should go worship together and then learn our story together.
Church, would you stand as we sing to our King? There was a moment when the lights went out, when death had claimed its victory. The King of love had given up his life, the darkest day in history. There on a cross made for sinners, for every curse his blood atoned. One final breath and it was finished, but not the end we could have known. When the earth began to shake and the veil was torn, what sacrifice was made as the heavens roared. All hail King
about King David. King David had made a really big mistake that got someone killed. I bet that David tried to keep this mistake a secret from everyone. But let's take a look at today's Bible story and watch what happens with God, who really does know everything about everyone.
You're going to read from 2 Samuel. The verses will be on the screen, and then we'll check in with Carl.
Oh yeah.
Hi there, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hi there, y'all. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick question for you, though. Have you ever wanted to be famous? That's a silly question. Of course everyone wants to be famous. You get free food, everyone likes you, free food, your life is perfect, you get to be on TV, and guess what? Free food! I mean, living the life of a famous person, that's the way to go. And that's why this month, we ain't gonna just talk about being famous. We're gonna become famous. Well, me, but y'all are gonna come along for the ride. Now, the first step is the hardest part, become famous. How am I gonna do that? Well, let's think. There's a couple famous people out there. I could look at what they did to become famous, then I could pick one of those things, so I could do those things. That thing. All right, let's see. We got LeBron James. He became famous by doing basketball. That's too easy. There's Iron Man. He got famous by being a genius that saved the world. Boring. Man, I wish I could just find someone. Ah! I found it! I found it! You see, this gentleman videotaped himself dancing, and boom, he got 900 million views. And he got famous just for dancing? That's crazy. Wait, what if I did that? All I have to do is dance? That's genius. It's simple. This is gonna make me famous. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, I did it. I did a dance. Check it out. Now I'm gonna upload it and let's just hope for the best. Now I'll just give it some time and hopefully it'll go viral. But right now, I must prepare myself. Once I become famous, everything's gonna change. Everybody's eyes will be on me. There'll be no secrets, nowhere to hide. No mistakes. See, if I make a mistake, my reputation will forever be tainted. So I vow from here on out to never make a mistake.
Did someone say steak?
Huh? Who said that?
It's me, Andy. Did you say steak? Because I am starving.
Oh, no, I said mistake. Sorry.
Oh, bummer. All right, well, I think it's time for our story. Are you ready, Carl?
Sure am, but I'm gonna be watching some of these comments. People are loving this video.
Really?
Yep, someone said my dance moves looks like a three-legged dog trying to shake off water. That's good, right?
Yeah, totally. Anyway, kids, we have a very interesting story today. It starts all the way back in the Old Testament, 2 Samuel chapter 11 and 12 to be specific. You see, at this time, King David was the greatest king that Israel has ever had. He wasn't a shepherd anymore. He was a king, a warrior, and a lot of people admired him. But long story short, David made a terrible mistake. He started paying attention to a woman that wasn't his wife. Her name was Bathsheba, and she was married to a man named Uriah. And Uriah was an elite soldier in David's army. And while Uriah was away, David decided to spend time with Bathsheba. Yikes. Then Bathsheba found out she was going to be expecting a baby, and it was King David's. Now, instead of apologizing and making things right with Uriah, David sent Uriah to a place in the battle where he knew he would die. But during all of this drama, there was a prophet named Nathan. And a prophet is a person who is picked by God and God speaks to in order to spread messages. So when Nathan found out what David had done, he was very concerned and extremely upset. He decided to go to David and do something, and he started with a story. The story was about two men. One man who was very rich and had all the sheep he could ever want. The other man only had one small sheep, and he had raised it with his family all of his life. That sheep was all they had. Then one day the rich man came into town and was very hungry, and instead of using one of his sheep, he took the one and only sheep that the poor man had. Now when David heard this, he got angry that this rich man would take something that did not belong to him. He could not believe how terrible of a decision that rich man had made. But it was at that moment Nathan took a look at David and said, "You are that man, David." You see, David was just like that rich man. He took something, Bathsheba, that did not belong to him. David knew Bathsheba was married, but still decided to have a baby with her. And then, to make matters worse, he had Uriah killed. And it was at this moment David finally realized how terrible his decisions really were. And David felt truly sorry and admitted that he had sinned against God. And then came some hopeful news. Nathan looked back at David and told him that God had taken away his sin and he wasn't going to die. Now, God had forgiven King David, but there would be consequences to David's actions. And it would be tough for him, and his sin would be remembered by a lot of people. Kind of like how we're still talking about it right now. But David knew that he had made a mistake and felt sorry for what he had done. And David was willing to make it right. So that's the takeaway for today. Always remember that we will make mistakes. Maybe not like King David's, but we will mess up. And when we make mistakes, we can make things right. Whoa, that is our big idea. Let's say hey to our new friend, O'Shea.
Thanks, Andy. All right, that was an awesome story. I think to remember what we learned, we should say the big idea out loud together. The big idea is when we make mistakes, we can make things right. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. When we make mistakes, we can make things right. Good job, guys. I don't know about you, but I love to check in and see what Carl's doing. Carl?
Hi, you wouldn't believe this, y'all. My video has like a crazy amount of views. You wanna know how many? Y'all ready for this? 13 views. Right? Isn't that incredible? Well, anyways, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. But take a good look, y'all, because this time next week, I'm gonna be famous. See y'all later.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Row TV.
David made very big mistakes, and he tried to cover them up at first. But thanks to Nathan, David remembered that his actions were not pleasing to God, and he asked for forgiveness.
I've definitely made mistakes. Sometimes I've even tried to cover them up like David did, and it doesn't ever work out well for me. Even if other people don't find out about the mistake, it still doesn't feel good to hold on to that mistake.
Making a mistake is normal, but what we do after we've made a mistake is really important. We don't need to linger on guilty, embarrassed, or ashamed feelings because we can learn from having lived through those moments.
Instead of trying to cover up something you did wrong, tell God you're sorry and ask how you can make things right.
God is famous for a lot of things, one being that God famously forgives. The story of David shows us there's no mistake too big that God won't forgive. And how does God forgive?
Well, when we pray and ask. God's own Son, Jesus, gave the ultimate sacrifice to make this forgiveness available for all of us.
But let's think about today's big idea. When we make mistakes, we can make things right. That means it's not enough to feel or say we're sorry. We need to be responsible for the mistakes we've made or the people we've hurt. We need to take the next steps towards making things right.
Take some time with your class and discuss our story, and then take some time to pray together.
Well, Morgan, you know what time it is?
I do know what time it is.
Consequence time.
All right, let's see what we got.
All right, give her a spin.
Please don't be bad. I don't want to eat anything gross, and I don't want to get messy.
We got 20. What's it? Ooh, ice cream dump on the head.
No!
All the ingredients.
No! Gross.
That'll be fun.
All right, let's do it.
Well, let's bring it on.
All right, it's time for Morgan's consequence, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sad about doing this. I feel bad.
Don't feel bad, it's okay. This is my life, consequences, I'm used to it.
All right, well, it's gonna be like a full ice cream sundae on her head. So what do you always start with? The ice cream. So let's get some ice cream up there, guys. Oh.
It's cold!
Ooh, that looks good so far. And
it's really cold.
What do we need next? Some chocolate syrup on there, right?
Of course.
A little bit of that. Yep. Okay.
You can't have ice cream without chocolate.
We need some M&Ms. We need some Sour Patch Kids.
Yum.
What else we got? Oh, some sprinkles. Oh yeah, it's raining sprinkles everywhere.
Oh, it's raining.
It's raining sprinkles everywhere. Let's do some cherries. I got some cherries here.
I hate cherries.
Oh.
Oh, gross.
And
oh my goodness.
I gotta do this quickly. Probably
this is getting so cold.
We need a banana on there, and then one nice spread of whipped cream. And I think we're complete with our perfect banana split. Oh, hang on there, little guy. All right.
He's falling.
Whoa.
Yep, add that with cream.
All right, I think that's complete. Dude, turn your head a little.
Well, this was lovely.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it, but it was actually kind of fun. So
I'm glad you had fun. I had a great time. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week for week 2 of Famous.
bye, guys.
Bye.